So it appears as though Vasyl Lomachenko was pulled out of negotiations for the Tank Davis fight. Steve Kim, who's a very well-respected boxing journalist in the United States, put out this tweet where he is quoting or maybe paraphrasing Lomachenko's manager, Igor Klimas. He said that Klimas told him, Loma is not in the mood right now. He doesn't have the motivation at the moment. He's taking off. He wants to spend more time with the family. He doesn't want to do anything till the end of the year. So he's definitely not coming to the ring till the end of the year. He says Klimas added that while Davis is a highly lucrative bout, he said, quote, with Loma, just money is not what motivates him. He doesn't take anything just because of money. You can offer him millions, tens of millions of dollars. If he doesn't have motivation, he's not ready to prepare for the fight. But he made it clear that Lomachenko is not retired, all right? That's the tweet from Steve Kim. In fact, that they still call them tweets since the website is no longer called Twitter? I'm not sure. All right, so what's going on here? Does Lomachenko have some type of problem? Is there a personal issue which is not being disclosed? Is he not going ahead with the fight because of the situation in his country? Bear in mind, he has fought a couple times since that situation's been going on. Or does he just not fancy his chances against Gervonta Davis after thinking about it? Is it a straight duck? Well, what I will say is, to the best of my knowledge, Lomachenko has never ducked a fight before. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I cannot recall him ever avoiding anyone up to this point. But of course, there's always a first for everything, right? Especially when a fighter reaches this stage of his career. Perhaps he's not as confident as he used to be when he was a younger guy. Who knows? If it is a duck, and perhaps it is, the one positive I'll take from it is that at least he's not trying to blame Gervonta Davis. At least he's not trying to gaslight the public and move the goalposts in negotiations or whatever so many times that Davis gets fed up and walks away, and then Lomachenko can turn around and say, see, it's Davis who didn't want to fight. At least he's not doing that. At least he's admitting that the reason this fight isn't happening is because of him, not because of Gervonta Davis. Now, I can't imagine too many people will have sympathy for Gervonta Davis in this situation because, of course, back in the days, he ducked Lomachenko quite blatantly as well. And with Lomachenko walking away this time, maybe this is just one of those fights that's destined not to happen. And to be honest with you, at this stage, I'm not massively disappointed about the fight not happening because I think Lomachenko has seen better days. The fight would have been more interesting to me a few years ago. I'm more interested now in seeing Tank Davis fight Shakur Stevenson. I know Shakur Stevenson is unbelievably boring. He is a very, very skilled boxer. He's just yet to come up against a fighter that has the offensive capabilities to really test him and therefore make a fight entertaining. Gervonta Davis might be that guy. They're both very, very talented. They're both in their primes. So that's the fight I really want to see. Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. Don't get it twisted. I would have been cool with Tank Davis versus Lomachenko. At the end of the day, that would have been a unification, but it's not at the top of the list of fights I want to see 135 pounds. Anyway, it's going to be interesting to see if any more information comes out about why Lomachenko has walked away from this fight, whether there's something going on here that we're not being told, or again, maybe he just don't fancy it at his age against a puncher like Gervonta Davis. And I thought Davis was going to win the fight. I thought he'd probably stop Lomachenko late, but perhaps now we'll never get to find out. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below. Are you disappointed? Is it a straight duck? Or do you have any other theories about why Lomachenko may have chosen not to take this fight? Let me know in the comments. And before I go, I just want to tell you about this week's non-boxing content. I uploaded this video yesterday. It's about an hour and a half long, where I'm covering several different topics. I analyzed the incident with the Donald the other day. You guys know what I'm talking about. I talk about the female screw who was screwing around with an inmate, literally. I also talk about the manosphere and some other stuff as well. And that's just part one. Part two is dropping on Monday. And in that video, I'll be talking about the changing demographics of the UK and the backlash against it, the anti-UK tourist protests in Spain and how they came about, and a few other topics as well. If you want to access this content, as well as hundreds of other exclusive podcasts and videos, as well as our members chat, just head on over to my Patreon page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store. All the links are in the description box below.